Welcome once again to the Strange Brew podcast, where you get all your strange needs.
The strangest of needs. We scratch that itch, baby.
We'll scratch that itch when it comes to conspiracy, paranormal, fucking true crime, whatever you like, we got. You're drinking a fucking Miller Lite.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I am drinking Bravo, which is really shit Jamaican beer. So
I got you see who I got on my koozie there?
The originator of cracking open a cold one. Wow, where'd you get that? It's got Ed Gein on it.
It does. My one of my bestest buddies got me that buddy from this sweet band right here.
I don't know what the fuck that says.
Ishkabibble.
Ishkabibble? There's a band called Ishkabibble.
Yeah, dude, they fucking shred.
My mom used to call me Ishkabibble.
Really?
Yeah.
Your mom knows Yiddish?
I don't know, but she used to call me that. Yeah, so what's going on, everybody? We're back with some more murderous women. It's a woman.
It is a one particularly murderous woman that we're talking about.
Yes, and we're talking about Belle fucking Gunness.
This is a woman who is essentially a cross between the frog with the bird legs.
I was going to say, she is, maybe she's a reptilian.
No, I think she's an amphibian.
Reptilians could be amphibians, can they not?
No, they cannot. By definition, a reptilian and an amphibian are two different creatures.
Well, there's definitely a race of reptilians, and I have a feeling there is a race of amphibian creatures supposedly out there in the universe, because every animal, to throw back to a reptilian episode, every animal and everything on Earth supposedly does have some sort of creature out there that's fucking humanoid. I don't know, maybe, but it's just like if we came from monkeys in some sort of universe, in some sort of DNA structure, who knows? There could be everything out there. I heard there's cat creatures, which I'd like to get into one day, the feline race. We kind of covered on the Good Aliens episode a while ago.
I mean, I sure as fuck watched the Super Mario Brothers movie from the 90s and think of it as a documentary, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. I did fucking eat a couple stems of mushrooms because I'm just microdosing randomly.
Oh my god, stop eating mushrooms before the show, Tom.
I'll be fine. I took probably like a P3. I didn't measure it out, but it's probably around a P3.
Guys, this show's gonna go off the rails in fucking 2 minutes.
Oh no, it's not. So we're talking about Belle Gunness. This is gonna be a crazy episode. I said like we wanted to kind of cover her on the series because we're only doing it's more or less a two-parter of like just Black Widow killers because she's so extensive. We're gonna dive obviously back into women serial killers. This is us getting into it because, like I said, I want to cover more women serial killers out there, and I think they need to be covered. I think we need to talk about women more, to be inclusive. So it's gonna happen. And sorry for any misogynist or sexist remarks that I may make.
Why are you apologizing now? You've been making them since the fucking origin of this show.
I'm wearing my grandfather's old ass hat. This thing is probably from the fucking 1940s, 50s. So yeah, why not? Fucking wearing a dead man's hat this time.
Also, on Correction Corner here this week on Strange Brew. I know in the last Women Who Kill episode, I shouted out Living Dead Girls because I thought that they covered one of the same women that we covered, but I was wrong. The woman they covered is Julia Tofana, who is the Aqua Tofana poisoner.
Yeah, we're gonna like I said, a lot of women just kill with poison, but I would like to get into it probably happened with Bewitch Banter to shout them out, but we're gonna have some chicks on to talk about some women serial killers. Once we get that little shindig started. So let's talk about Belle Gunness.
Tom, how many times do we gotta go over this? Don't call broads chicks.
Chicks, bitches, women.
That's a line from the movie UHF.
I don't know. UHF. You ate Jeff?
Weird Al's movie.
If I've seen that, it was a long time ago.
Dude, you gotta watch. I gotta see that in theaters. Not when it originally aired, but in a re-release.
There's wieners?
No, but somebody made a contribution for the remake of RoboCop, and they made the dick shooting scene, but they made it have like 14 full-on dicks out in it, and he just starts shooting and blowing up dicks. I'll send it to you. It's ridiculous.
Have you ever seen the Penis Puppeteers?
I have not.
I remember being on like IFC back in the day when it would just show the randomest shit on like late night. Like you'd have like the webcam show where it's all about webcam girls, and then you'd have the one about Seymour Asses, the porn producer. Man, IFC used to have the weirdest shit. Seymour Butts, yeah. What did I say? See more asses. See more butts, yeah. And and there was I was like clicking on it, and it sounds kind of gay, which it is, but it's funny. And these guys do live shows. I know, don't look at me like that.
Well, actually, no, I can't get mad. You use it in the correct. I mean, if it's two dudes with their dicks out, it's definitely.
It is,
gay.
and they do live shows. It was like this, like show. I don't know if it's a show or just like a little doc about them.
Puppetry of the penis.
Yes, yeah.
Yes, I have. Yeah,
penis puppeteers, and they do like the snail and the burger, and they do like it's fucking weird, man.
It's called puppetry of the penis.
And they do it on a live stage, and people pay to see these guys.
I would.
Twerk their dick in certain ways.
When I get my enhanced or my passport, whichever comes first, and I come to Canada, I'm going to Peppermints.
Oh yeah, in Niagara. Or there's the Sundowners. You can be upstairs. I'll be downstairs.
They'll say they
guys upstairs, girls downstairs.
Mints is upstairs, and Peppermints is downstairs.
Oh,
yeah.
To the outsider, Belle Gunness might have looked like a lonely widow who lived in the American Midwest during the 19th and 20th centuries, but in reality, she was a killer, a serial killer who killed at least 14 people. And some estimate that she might have killed as many as 40. Fucking 40 people, man.
40 people is the estimation. Yeah, 14 that we've confirmed. And we'll get to how this place was, or how this thing was resolved.
Yeah, not like the molestation, because I'm sure Gacy did this, but she is like a female Gacy where she just murdered them and buried them wherever. Like it's like, all right, here's good. I'm gonna bury you on my property. 40 victims. I think Gacy had like 38 or something like that, which will be coming in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But fucking Gunness had a system. After murdering 2 of her husbands, the
Norwegian she was known as the female Bluebeard.
I was gonna call it Belle Gunness and her farm of death.
Have you ever seen the pictures of her head?
Of her head?
Of her head? Of her? All right, skipping ahead. Anyways, go ahead.
So oh no, I should have brought that up.
I got him, and they're ready to go whenever. But just go ahead.
Norwegian American woman posted ads in the papers looking for men to invest in her farm. Fellow Norwegian Americans flocked to her property. And other men. I don't think they were just Norwegian Americans, but like, oh, Norwegian, oh.
No, they were predominantly Norwegian Americans because that was her big alluring thing. She'd always be like, come to me, I have a little slice of Norway waiting for you. Plenty of salted fish and other Norwegian treats awaiting. Yeah, and of course, my voluptuous snatch and my giant frog mouth to suck on your balls with.
Because she said, hoping for a taste of home, along with a solid business opportunity. She also posted ads in love lore columns to attract wealthy bachelors. To lure her last victim, Gunness wrote
doing the Lonely Hearts Club thing, but for early 1900s.
Yeah, the Lonely Hearts is like, I'm sad. Come, I need somebody, please. Is anybody out there?
I don't want to sound desperate, but I'm kind of desperate, and I swear I would love to just be slamming into that big old frog mouth.
Yes, and we will get into for the YouTube listeners what she looks like, and we'll show you that damn frog mouth.
Oh yeah.
To lure her last victim, Gunness wrote,
"Oh, that's my cue." Okay, hang on. I got it pulled up here. Let me go ahead and read it. To the dearest friend in the world.
Wait, no, that's not it. Not yet. Sorry. There is another part I should have got you to fucking read, but I didn't realize.
I swear to God, Thomas, I'm going to fucking kill you and take all your money and bury you in my hog farm. I mean, I didn't mean to say that on the camera. I'm not going to do that.
Gunness wrote, we'll get to that part later. To lure her last victim, Gunness wrote, my heart beats in wild rapture for you. My Andrew, I love you. Come prepared to stay forever. He did. Shortly after he arrived, Gunness killed him and buried and dismembered his body in her fucking hog pen along with other corpses.
That is what you were going to have me read, but you only read the last sentence.
Well, I think we're going to get to the whole letter later.
Okie dokie.
So, she was born brim-heeled Paul Spatter Storth. I fucking looked how to pronounce this.
Brim-heeled Spatter Sports, right? Just say it right, or don't even put my fucking name in your goddamn mouth.
Get your
fucking name out your goddamn mouth.
Born Brynhild on November 11th, 1859 in Brew, Norway. Brynhild was the youngest daughter of 8 children born of a stonemason, Paul Storseth, and Burrit That's a terrible name.
Her birthday is in 9 days after mine. Great to put another fucking negative bullshit on the Scorpio.
I'm a Scorpio too. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, she's fucking born 3 days after me.
Oh my God, it's a crazy time. Let's go on the murder spree and buy a farm.
I forgot that we are both Scorpios. It makes so much fucking sense now. And I remember when we first started talking that we're like, oh, we're both Scorpios. That makes so much fucking sense. Our sexual nature and our fucking weird fascination with weird shit. And we will celebrate together one day and we'll film it or some shit for the fans.
We're going to touch a stingers and to film it.
So yeah, her father was supposed to be her father, and I didn't know this till I was researching this, was a traveling conjurer and magician. He was a back in the day Chris Angel.
This was the inspiration for Gypsies, the Tramps, and Thieves.
Which you guys talk like that the entire time?
I might. I don't know if I can break out the accent again. I've been practicing it all day, and it still kind of sounds a bit of Italian and the Norwegian, but I got the best as I could.
And because I'm watching fucking Peaky Blinders, the last season, one of my favorite shows, man, it's so fucking good. The last season is getting crazy as fuck. I can't tell you how amazing this show is. One of my favorite
for all of our listeners, Tom will not shut the fuck up about this show and keeps trying to get me to watch it.
I remember I was listening to an older episode, and I was just like, it's at work. I was like, make sure everything's queued up and all the episodes are spick and span. And I was mentioning it like so long ago to Billy, like probably like 2 years ago. But I said this to Anton that I want to, and eventually we will cover gypsies and fuck people that care about it, I guess. Because there's some people that don't like the word gypsy. Well, fuck off. I have 2 buddies that are Romanian, and they're like, just call them gypsies. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? So supposedly her father was a conjurer and a magician, which is kind of funny. And when Belle was a mere child, she did participate in exhibitions by dancing on a tightrope. She was like a circus act bitch.
Where the fuck did you? Sorry, where did you find that information? Because
I was looking
for that she was just a farmhand.
No, she was a farmhand, but supposedly she was in acrobatics, and bouncing off that dick, with that frog mouth that she has.
I was just saying, when she's that age, she doesn't look as much like a frog.
No, she still has the frog mouth.
Oh, she's definitely got that wide fucking Norwegian. Yeah. Okay, this one is that trademark, that Innsmouth look.
Yeah. Time definitely took her toll on her. From how she looks like a pretty young girl right now, to what she looks like in the end of this. She looked like a pretty young girl when she was younger, and then progressively got more frumpy and creepier and disgusting looking.
You think it's like a reverse witch, where with every life she takes, she just looks more and more like a toad?
Well, look at that. It's like age hit her like a fucking semi fucking truck. And you know what? Like maybe the dick sucking, it's like dick sucking lips. She's got like that. She can wrap her lips around a fucking big old hog. That's what they're made for. That's what women's lips were. That's why God made lips, were for dick sucking.
Said it before and I'll say it again. Men suck way better dick.
Well, they know what they like. It's the same way lesbians must know how to eat pussy better.
Some stereotypes, while they may be hurtful, some of them are probably fairly accurate. And I don't think it's really hurtful. I feel like women probably do know how to, perform cunnilingus better than most men, and men definitely. Never mind. Anyways,
they obviously did prosper a little bit, and and through their fragility, they were able to retire when Belle was still in her teens, like her parents, and her father purchased a little farm in their native land. It's like they seemed to be comfortable enough where her parents did retire when she was a teen. So it's just like she seemed to want more and more, but their retirement in Norway could be a lot different than what it would be like to retire in America.
That's super weird because according to Hell's Princess by Harold Schechter, like she was poor. That was like the whole thing, is that she grew up poor and just would lust after money, so she would do anything that it took to get it, which is why she became so ruthless.
Well, this article I found on DuckDuckGo is fucking lying to me. I found a whole article on this like beatnik website, and
I go through the research of arguably the greatest true crime writer of our generation, and you go on DuckDuckGo.
Yep, fucking Harold Schechter, whatever the fuck.
I love Harold Schechter. Dude, fucking what did Eddie? Did you hear what Eddie Gein done? That book that he did with Eric Powell. Oh, it's so good. I got the pre-order, so mine's an autographed copy, and then I also got this with it. I paid for the extra $10, so I got the sketchbook that came with it.
Oh, that's awesome. I wanted that. That's hilarious.
Dude, it's so good. Then look on the back,
Sick.
the faces on the wall.
Should send me that.
I
Just give it to me for my
shit.
birthday.
Sending you shit.
I miss Eddie Gein as much as Billy.
Look for your birthday, but I'm not sending you my autographed one.
I miss Eddie Gein like Billy misses Richie.
That's why I got old goody Eddie boy with me right now, drinking my beer.
So yes, so when she was in so then they supposedly purchased a farm. Supposedly she probably was poor, but maybe her parents retired to the farm to work on the farm. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it might be one of those things too, where the parents had the money, but they didn't let on. Like, you know how Crowley's parents never let him know that they were rich? And that was one of his biggest gripes is he's like, I never understood that we were fucking rich because we didn't live that way. Maybe that was it.
Yeah. She was then raised in a small farm in Bigya, Norway. And grew up to be physically a very strong woman, saying 5'9", and she was 5'9", and she weighed over 200 pounds.
Yeah, she got to so all accounts say that she was about 6 foot and 280 pounds at her heaviest. She does not look porky. She is a brick shithouse.
Yeah, and we'll get into it, but supposedly men did desire her, and they obviously wore corsets. She's definitely in some of the photos we're showing for the YouTube.
Oh, tell me that's not a waist binder.
She's definitely wearing a corset, but supposedly I couldn't find it, but watching a doc on it, they had actually a picture of her when she was probably in her early 20s, and she wasn't wearing a corset, and you could see that she did have an hourglass shape, which at the time was like men wanted that. They strived for that. It was like thick, but like Marilyn Monroe thick.
Waist trainers would leave you with an hourglass figure. That's the whole point, but you had to wear them constantly. It's like gauging your ears, basically.
Yeah, well, look at
it literally rearranges your organs on the inside.
Well, look at the way that Kim Kardashian pushes this type of product to chicks. And like, I want to look like Kim Kardashian. It's like half of her photos are fucking edited, so it looks like she has a smaller waist. That one where it's like the fame that broke the internet, where she got her ass popped out, that was super fucking edited. I jerked off to it, but it's still edited.
Oh my god, did you really?
I jerked off to Kim Kardashian. It's bad.
Ew.
I know. I didn't even know who she was for the longest time. I was like, who's this bitch? And now she's all famous dating my fucking homie, Pete Davidson.
Oh, God.
You
like Pete Davidson, too?
I fucking like Pete Davidson. I like him. One common but unverified story says that when she was 18, she was pregnant and she attended a country dance. While there, she was attacked by a man who fucking hoofed her in the fucking stomach, causing her to miscarry.
Okay, you're making it way nicer than it actually happened. So she got pregnant from a local businessman, and he beat the fuck out of her. It wasn't just it wasn't just a kick to the stomach. He beat the living piss out of this poor girl until she miscarried.
You want to hear a bad story about this chick I used to know?
Is it related to the show? Are we going off on a tangent?
It is kind of related to the show about pregnancy and just quickly for a little banter. Is that I knew this chick. She was dating one. She was a friend of the chick I lost my virginity to. When I got into a really adult relationship when I was a kid, I was very young, and she was pregnant. She was dating my buddy Dylan, and she was pregnant at the time, and she was like 14, and she would fucking throw herself down the stairs. She didn't want the baby. She was extremely poor. The story I've told about knowing the guy was a white Crip and he had no arm. This is the same chick. Yeah, he had no arm. He got his arm fucked up in a motorcycle accident, and they took out the bones from his arm, which is really weird. So he used to just be flappy, and then eventually they got it amputated because of the way the surgery went. And he was a white Crip, supposedly, in this fucking city called Brantford in Canada. It's really weird. She grew up in a very poor environment. I went there one night, and I was like, oh man, I thought I was like kind of poor. This chick is fucking poor. And then so she would let my fucking friends punch her in the stomach so she could kill the kid.
That poor girl.
She was kind of fucked.
She's a fucking pregnant 14-year-old. She doesn't know shit, dude.
I know. She threw herself down the stairs to get rid of the baby.
Yeah,
but I don't know the circumstances at the time.
If I was 14 and pregnant, I probably would too.
I don't know what the circumstances of the story is, but yeah, I grew up in a very fucked life.
You know, I know you're not in Canada, or you're in Canada, so you don't got to deal with this shit, but this is why abortion needs to stay legal and safe. God damn it. Fuck you, Texas. Fuck all you
I
fucking
know.
states.
And I don't get the people that are against that stuff. Like, it's just like, let you do it.
Because fucking Trump got the extra fucking asshole fucking
Yeah.
conservative judges in, and regardless of what they did for the Second Amendment, I don't fucking care right now. What I give a shit about is that they are systematically in this country dismantling the separation of church and state.
Yes, and if
once
I
that happens, my faggot ass is dead. So I don't even.
No, you're not. Leave it alone. And the thing is, if I have a kid, it is my fucking choice if I want to drown it in a bathtub or if I want to fucking shake it too hard. That's my.
No,
it's my
that's
kid,
murder.
my property.
That's murder, you son of a bitch.
All right.
You can only kill it while it's in the womb.
The man who came from a wealthy family was never prosecuted by the Norwegian authorities because he was wealthy. He paid them off as Trudeau does.
Rich people always get off with shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Afterwards, the locals said that Brimhild's personality drastically changed after that. Probably traumatized her.
Yeah, wouldn't yours?
Probably traumatized her. So a short time later, the man who had kicked her died in what was supposedly stomach cancer.
So there's rumors that were floating around, but they've never been corroborated, and obviously we'll never be able to, get to the bottom of it. But there was talk that he was maybe poisoned with arsenic. But yeah, stomach cancer, arsenic. Keep in mind, this is the early 1900s. Medicine wasn't exactly perfected yet. I mean, it's still not perfected now, but even back then, it was like we were maybe like 5 years off from you got ghosts in your blood and you should do cocaine about it kind of medicine.
Yeah, you got to wash your hands before touching inside the organs? Nah.
What soap?
She then went to work as a servant on a wealthy farm for the next 7 years. Then in 1881, following her sister's example, who immigrated to America, Brimhild moved to the United States where she assumed an American-style name. She's like, I need something strong, something American. So, and then she made her way to Chicago, Illinois. Where she worked as a servant for a time. And this is an indentured servant, right? Like someone who gets paid to just be a servant.
No, that's not exactly how it works.
No?
So indentured servitude is basically somebody says, hey, I will pay your way and I will pay for your room and board, and you have to work it off. But you're working it. But the thing is that with many indentured servants, it wouldn't be them who would work it off. It would be the generation after them that would be the ones that could like you could maybe retire. Yeah. So you basically were you signed up to be a slave in order to get away from whatever country, in order to immigrate to wherever you were going.
Other indentured servant is like you just sold out your time as we work now the same way. No. That's what I thought. I thought you just probably worked like fucking 16 hours a day.
No, that's just what you. That's how people worked back then because there were no labor unions.
Yeah, well, you know what? I was going to say, you know what, Africans? I was like, everyone's been enslaved. In 1884...
I just want to make it clear that this is not representative of the entire Views of Strange Brew podcast.
That's fucking true. I literally
Tom's views only.
I've said it on the podcast too. I did a whole TikTok video about it, about how everyone was enslaved at some point in time in history. Except for, not going to mention it, in 1884...
White people.
No.
We're not counting the Irish. The Irish aren't white.
Scottish people were also enslaved. Also, during the Ottoman Empire, they enslaved the Middle Eastern people, enslaved tons of white people, like millions. Okay. So,
Ottomans, I'm not 100% sure about, but the Persians got a real bad fucking rap from that stupid ass 300 movie because the Spartans were cunts. Spartans are not heroes, and I don't give a fuck. Spartans were pieces of shit. They were slave owners. They ritualistically murdered their slaves. And when the Persians came through, unless you were like standing up and like, fuck Persia, blah, 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 they were pretty much like, okay, cool. You guys stay here. You're part of the empire. We don't really want anything to do with you. Go ahead. Just do your thing.
Man, I love microdosing. The beginning of it's great, and then you just feel normal after. I mean, I definitely feel something. In 1884, Gunness married Mads Albert Sonoris in Chicago, and 2 years later they opened a candy store that was not very successful. What do you think is the type of candy they were serving?
Do you want some pickled herring candy? Yeah. I have a lollipop that's got the frog's eye inside of it.
There's like this
traditional Norwegian delicacy. There goes our Norwegian listeners if they even have it.
Not long afterward, we have actually a bunch of Swedish listeners, and that's
hey guys, I love black metal. Keep burning down churches.
Yep. Not long, which we will cover one day. It will happen. One of my favorite
Jerk off
movies.
the Varg Vikernes again.
Yes, one of my favorite movies is Lords of Chaos. It's so
Read
good.
the book.
I know, but the movie's great. I like Macaulay Culkin's brother. Not long afterwards, their home and store mysteriously burnt down. And according to the docs I was watching, right, that he didn't know that she did this, but she realized that she was down on her luck. This wasn't her American dream. And then she was like, I got to figure out something to do. And insurance at the time was fairly new. So they actually were like, I don't know about this. And then they paid her out. And then she realized at that moment that, hey, I can make money from this.
Well, yeah, insurance fraud was kind of the crime du jour of the time, where it was like, oh, there aren't really a bunch of people that come out and investigate thoroughly. It's not as though forensics were really a thing. So as long as the thing looked legit, I know they said it was what? It was a kerosene lamp that exploded, but they couldn't find any shards of glass. That happens all the time. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, is that it did. There's actually a family that I can't remember the name right now, but there's a family who made their fortune. There's a really famous grave of the dude next to his wife in bed. I think actually Living Dead Girls posted the picture of it. He's next to his wife in bed, and that's the tombstone, and he's like showing her notes and something, and she's like, but that's the person who invented the non-exploding lantern. Because lanterns would just combust because they weren't
very safe back then.
No, they were not.
So the couple collected the insurance money and bought a new home. The pair had 4 children: Caroline, Axel, Rose, just joking. Axel, Myrtle, and Lucy. Axel is a pretty is that a name that's existed for a long time? It's a
weird name to have.
It is weird. Sweet Carolina is about
we already covered that in the last episode. Skip it. Let's go.
We didn't talk about it though.
Yes, we did.
We didn't though.
Also, that's bullshit. I did a bunch of research on it when we were done. That's bullshit.
I don't think so. Neil Diamond's
go do more research.
Axel died as infants from acute colitis. The symptoms, which nausea, fever, diarrhea, Pepto-Bismol, and lower abdominal pain and cramping, are also symptoms and forms of poisoning. And obviously, everyone points to that she murdered her own child because she knew that there would be insurance payout.
Spoiler alert. No, actually, I'll wait.
Okay.
I don't want to give away the end of the story.
Yeah. They collected on the life insurance policies for both children. So she's what a crazy. She's it got to this point. We'll talk about it later. Essentially, that her own children weren't looked at as people, that could love and share in this fucking stolen wealth, kind of.
Ill-gotten gains.
They were there was ill-gotten gains. They were looked at as something where I can make money off of this.
Yeah, well, it wasn't even just that, but a lot of people took that attitude towards children back in the day. And I think part of it, I'm not going to excuse the people, but I think part of it probably has to do with the mortality rate of children back in the day, where it was unless they reached adolescence, you tended to not get too attached to them because they very well might just die by the time they're 5.
Cholera,
getting attacked by animals, oh, Billy was out in the fucking field and got bit by a snake. I don't know why it's always Billy. I'm sorry,
it's always Billy.
It's always Billy.
There's a Billy in every single movie, every single story. So
it's a
back
then. Name. William was a very popular name, and that's not even Billy's name. But anyways,
it is Billy's name. You think
I thought his name was Billy on his birth certificate.
You think that his dad just named him Billy?
Yeah, I thought that was a thing. Didn't you guys mention that?
William Kirby, and he's like, I can't take that name till I'm fucking 60.
Oh my god!
And then he's like, Willie sounds like a pedophile, and he's like, so yeah. And then Bill, he's like, Bill sounds like a guy that smokes 10 packs of cigarettes. And I was like, well,
Bill sounds like the kind of dude that sits at the same bar every day from the time he gets off of work until 10 p.m.
On June 13th, 1900, Gunness and her family were counted on the United States Census in Chicago, recording her as the mother of 4 children. Only 2 were living: Myrtle A and Lucy B. Also counted was an adopted 10-year-old girl identified as Morgan Couch.
Morgan Le Fay Couch.
Her name was Couch.
Couch.
What a fucking horrible name.
I was hoping for Morgan Ottoman, but I guess Couch is the family name. So.
But who was later known as Ginny Olsen. I wonder where her kids are at now. They're probably dead, but On July 30th, 1900, Albert Sorensen died the same day his 2 life insurance policies overlapped.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awfully convenient timing.
I know.
Wink, 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 wink.
The first doctor to see him, he had suffered from strychnine poisoning. However, the family's doctor from the Sorensens treated him as they knew that he was being treated for an enlarged heart. His heart grew 2 sizes that day.
Because of cocaine abuse.
Yeah. Do you think that's why?
No, I'm just making a joke.
That can, yeah. Was it? There's a rap line by the 4 Owls, or it's like heavy on your heart, like years doing lines of coke or something like that. It's fucking.
Well, yeah, no, that's a symptom of years of cocaine abuse is an enlarged heart.
Yeah, as soon as when I was doing it back in the day and I started researching it more and more, well, it also almost killed me because fentanyl, but that's
the coke didn't kill you. The coke didn't almost kill you. The fentanyl almost killed you.
But the thing is that as soon as I looked into it about how it would cause little scars on your heart, it scared the fuck out of me.
A lot of stuff does.
Oh my God, what the fuck? And then so I concluded his death was caused by heart failure. An autopsy was considered unnecessary because his death was not suspicious. It's like, you could have caught it right there, motherfuckers. Most likely. Though her husband's family demanded an inquiry into his death, obviously claiming Belle had poisoned her husband to collect on insurance, which she's done before. Hey! You son of a bitch! Fucking Charlie's fucking was chewing on a fucking cord. Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Okay, and fucking so and she collected on the insurance. No charges were filed. In the end, she was rewarded with $8,500 fucking dollars. And it was about $240,000 in today's
adjusted
money.
for inflation, yeah.
With what she bought the farm on the outskirts of LaPorte, Indiana, because as soon as people started catching on, she actually got out of Chicago.
Yeah, like you're supposed to. And there's actually, this is what I think like 5 years after H.H. Holmes.
Mm-hmm.
Or she actually may have been in Chicago. I think it was five or so years after H.H. Holmes was caught and executed.
People started catching on and being like, oh, there is people like this. And so, yeah, she bought that farm out in Indiana, and it was reported that both the boat and the carriage houses burnt to the ground shortly after she acquired the property. So she burnt down the candy store, and then she burnt down another fucking house pretty much. She's a nutbag.
But we're talking about a time when you didn't have agencies that communicated with one another as well. Yeah. So it's not as though there's just a database where you can be like, oh, Belle Gunness. Oh, she has a lot of fires near her.
Yeah, it's really.
I am a heavy smoker and I like to sleep and smoke. Yeah, that explains it. Yeah, wait. There's traces of accelerant. I also like to drink a bunch of moonshine while I go to sleep.
And she was preparing to move from Chicago to LaPorte. When she was preparing to do that, she became reacquainted. God damn it. She was reacquainted. Is that how you say that? Reacquainted.
Acquainted.
She became reacquainted with a recent widower named Peter Gunness.
Today on Phonics with Tomcat.
Yeah. Also from Norway, Gunness.
Little devil, isn't he?
Yeah, he actually is a pretty good-looking dude. He's got the suave mustache and the little chin beard.
I'd slob on it.
Hey, he's got big ears though. He can listen to our conversations when we talk. You know, he's able to listen to me bitch about how much I'm gonna murder him after. So, he was supposedly a butcher by profession, and Belle was remarried in LaPorte. Is it LaPorte? It has an E on the end. On April 1st, 1902, just 1 week after the ceremony, Peter's infant daughter died. Uncertain causes while being alone in the house with Belle. I fucking wonder why. I really do. I wonder, why would that happen?
At a certain point, if you have that many unexplained deaths around you, I mean, people should be looking into you and being like,
that's weird. So
just know a lot of people who like to die.
In December 1902, Peter himself met with a tragic accident. According to Belle, he was struck on the head while a sausage grinding machine had toppled off the high shelf in the kitchen. It's like, how did that happen, though?
So they said that he was keeping his shoes in the kitchen because he kept them near the oven, and I'm assuming it was an old wood burning stove, so there was probably
keep my
always
shoes in
wood
the
burning
kitchen.
in there. Keep his shoes warm. It is like it's the middle of America, so it gets pretty fucking cold in the winters. So that's not unbelievable.
Yeah.
And then so the way that they said that he died is that he basically was in the kitchen. This thing fell and hit him in the head, and she was like, "Hey, are you okay?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go lay down." Which anything with the first rule of anyone who might have a concussion, do not let them fucking fall asleep.
No. Yeah. And then she's like, well, I let him fucking sleep and now he's dead.
And then, so she found him face down.
Yeah.
So that's how they're saying, because he had a broken nose and he had a contusion in the back of his head. And they're like, yeah, okay.
But when the coroner looked at
that fucking coroner,
and that's what I was going to say. When the coroner looked at her, the body, he allegedly murmured, "This is a case of murder." He's like walked away. He's like, "This is a case of murder." So fucking bitch.
Yeah.
He just didn't do anything about it. And to make matters worse, one of Belle's children told a classmate that her mother had hit her husband over the head with a fucking cleaver, but also there's different stories that say it's a mallet.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a cleaver, because if it was a cleaver, there would be an actual laceration. It was most likely a mallet.
And supposedly the teacher overheard this too, which is fucked. So, though the authorities investigated, the formidable Belle was convincing enough. There were no charges were ever filed. A year later, Peter's brother, Gust, man, what a name, Gust, took Peter's older daughter, Swanhild, to Wisconsin. Swanhild. Mm-hmm. She was the only child to supposedly have survived Belle Gunness. Yeah, so crazy. So Belle's husband's death netted her another $3,000, which was 81 grand today, $81,000 in today's money. Man, if I had that money, I could fucking retire. Just joking.
Need a bunch of rich dead ex-husbands. I tell you what.
Local people refused to believe that her husband could have been so clumsy. He had run a fog harm. He has ran a fog harm on the property, and
fog harm.
Fog. God damn it! He had
hog farm.
He had ran a hog farm on the property and was known to be an experienced butcher. So how the fuck would have this happened to him? The district coroner reviewed the case and unequivocally announced that he had been murdered. And the coroner's jury took a look into the matter. However, Gunness successfully convinced the investigator that she was innocent of any wrongdoing. She's like, I suppose he was like, I felt so much tragedy.
Oh yeah, she played the grief-stricken widow role very well. She's like, he was here and now he's not, and he died. They're just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Whatever. I don't. Fine.
And it's weird because she didn't mention that she was pregnant at the time, which actually would have probably had people more sympathetic towards her.
Well, then there's the whole stereotype back then, too. It'd be like, oh, shit, she's pregnant. The hormones. I don't want to deal with that.
In May 1903, Gunness gave birth to her son. She named Philip. Very American name. In late 1906, Belle told neighbors that her foster daughter, Jeannie Olsen, had gone away to supposedly Lutheran College in Los Angeles.
My daughter just pulled up the stakes and went to California unexpectedly.
Jeannie's body would later be found buried in her adoptive mother's property, which we will get to at the end of this. Yes. In late 1906, Belle told neighbors, I already said that. In 1907, she employed a farmhand. What is Ray Leopard? Leoford? This guy's got a crazy stare. He definitely
has piercing gaze.
I know. Like, I'm going to fucking murder you, stab you in the chest, and bury you on a farm. Wait, I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
Look at that hair.
Yeah. Lapier, I think that's his name, sure. Ray Lapier, Lampier, I think his name is, to help with chores. However, word would soon spread that her relationship with Ray was more than strictly professional.
Oh no, that's the dude that was fucking porking Belle the entire time.
Yes, he was fucking her while she
Ray
was looking
Lampier.
Yeah, Lampier. When drinking, God damn it, Charlie. Well, when drinking, Ray often boasted of sleeping with his employer. Yeah, fucker.
Yeah, every night, and I know that we're not supposed to talk about it because it's our dirty little secret, but every night she comes into my room and gobbles on my balls, and then I take them and I stuff them deep inside of her egg sack, and
I
then
don't think he was Norwegian.
I shoot the ropes.
I don't
No,
think
he wasn't Norwegian. As well, Lampierre, he might have been, but I
Sounds
would
French.
assume that anyone who has sex with Belle Gunness just automatically gets the accent.
Yeah, that's true. So obviously he boasted about it, which came to no surprise with many who only saw Belle as, a woman who liked to dress, and supposedly she liked to dress in men's overalls and do her own hog butchering. So she was lesbian. Joking.
Well, there go our lesbian listeners.
Just fucking
I'm
kidding.
sorry to everybody else in my community. I do my best to keep Tom on point, but I can't control him all the time.
I don't know any chicks. Actually, if a chick I saw this video of this chick with huge tits and she was just wearing overalls and they were just hiding her nips and it was nice. It was really nice, man. I actually, a buddy that I used to work with sends me all sorts of weird shit, and this is a year ago, and I was like, wow, that's some big knockers on that chick.
I saw a picture of a guy who was wearing, like a jumpsuit, like Michael Myers wears, but it was zipped all the way down, and, his chest was exposed in the V, and his dick and balls were out in the front, and that was nice.
So, obviously...
Every time you say something stupid, I'm just going to counter it with talking about some random gay porn that I've seen. That's what's going to happen.
So obviously there was another side of Belle that eventually everyone would see. Ray would not be enough for Belle. She wanted something more and began looking for new suitors by inserting following advertisements into Lovelorn columns.
I'm going to interject and stop you right there. I don't think that she was looking for someone to fuck her the way that Ray was. I'm pretty sure, by all accounts, Ray was giving it to her the way that she wanted.
Yeah.
But Ray was broke. And Ray was one of the only people to live through the whole spoiler alert. Ray was not killed by Belle Gunness.
No.
And there's a lot of talk about him being an accomplice to Belle, but I firmly believe that if he was, she would have murdered him to keep him quiet.
Yeah.
Because he was never viewed as an intelligent man. He was viewed as kind of simple and kind of a big talker. So
you can say simple, but you can't say retarded.
You understand the difference between those two things, right? It's like you can call somebody who has a mental disability or is differently abled an innocent, and it's not like that fucking retard over there. Like
no, when I use
I
guess you're right. The following
because we are all retarded in some way, shape, or form. Like me, when it comes to math. I'm retarded.
When we were watching, I love the show Love on the Spectrum. It's a simpler, they just like, oh my God, I love these people. They're just so caring and so charismatic.
You're going to use the R word to describe autistic people, right?
No, I'm not. I said to Chelsea with the traits that a lot of them have in the show, a lot of them just seem normal. And I like, Chelsea's, stepdad has a friend that has Asperger, which is technically fucking autism. And I said to Chelsea, I was like, I think if I got tested, I'm probably autistic. I was like, it's such a, and then she's like, you're not autistic. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I relate to these people so much. I fucking love that show. If I ever feel depressed, Love on the Spectrum makes my heart just fill up with love. I love those type of people, man. It's like they don't care. They don't judge people. They don't care about the fucking indiscrepancies and the weird shit that we do. It's
Chelsea's gonna inevitably leave you, and you're gonna go look for an autistic partner.
Yeah, I just might do it.
I'm kidding. I wish you two a long, happy life together. It worked for the joke, so I had to say it.
I know. It'll be easy. Never mind. I was gonna say something really bad. All right, maybe I should say.
No, they're gonna see right through your bullshit. That's the thing. Is that you're like, it's gonna be easy. They're gonna be like, nah, fuck this guy. I don't think so.
No, I was gonna say I'll just pick a Down syndrome person. It'll be easy because they all look the same.
Ladies and gentlemen, isolate that audio. Tom just admitted to be.
I'm not keeping this the audio. This should just be for YouTube. Hopefully, it doesn't get cut out.
Oh, I'm isolating the audio.
So, she's putting her ad out there, like it's I'm a widow who owns a large farm in one of the finest districts of LaPorte Country, Indiana. Despite the acquaintances of gentlemen equally well provided, she wanted someone that also had a fortune and also was kind of well off, is what she was looking for.
Look, I ain't saying she a gold digger,
but she definitely is.
But
no, yeah.
She ain't messing with no broke farmer.
And the thing is, no replies by letter were considered unless the sender is willing to follow the answer with a personal visit. So triflers need not apply. So she didn't want any of that trifling bitches. She didn't want none of that. And so when she put out the ad too, it was like she wanted people to liquidate their fucking. She wanted cash. She
always told them to bring all of their money with them. And for our younger listeners, she didn't want anyone that's only there to flirt or exchange nude photos. You know what I mean? Like if you all were on a dating app or something and somebody was just like, let me see them tits. Let me see them tits. She's like, fuck off. You're not going to see my tits unless you bring your fucking wealth. But she was getting like 10 letters a day according to her post.
Lots, yes. And supposedly Belle was often seen going for carriage rides with strangers on Sunday afternoons. Belle was wearing the finest clothing on these occasions, and her hair was adorned the latest style, usually accompanied by a handsome man. She was unrecognizable from the rough farm woman that locals used to see walking about.
So that's either a testament to Belle being charismatic and smooth as a motherfucker, or that's a testament to how slim the pickings were of other women.
Yeah. So one of these men was John Moe, who arrived from Elbow Lake, Minnesota, and he brought more than $1,000 with him to pay off her mortgage, or so he told neighbors whom Gunness introduced him as her cousin. It's really weird.
Yep. Every man that came by, she'd be like, "This is my cousin." And they would always see them checking in. Roaches check in, but they don't check out.
Yeah. He disappeared from her farm within a week of his arrival. Next came George Anderson from Missouri, who stopped doing that. You're not pyro. Who also said he would pay the mortgage off if they decided to wed. Later that night, while sleeping in the guest room, Anderson awoken, startled to see Belle standing over him. She
I'm just sleeping good.
Peering into his eyes, holding a candle in her hand. That would be fucking horrifying.
Would just leave. Be like, I'm gonna go.
Just looking at you, just staring, man. She's just staring right dead in your fucking eyes. Fucking, she creeps me out, man.
At that point in time, wouldn't it behoove you to be like, I was really horny. I just wanted to crawl into bed with you.
I know.
To like avert suspicion a little bit or something. You're like, I just really wanted you to take a look at me lower whiskers.
It's funny because later he stated that the expression on her face was so sinister and murderous that he let out a yell. Oh, fuck! Like, it's just like, and that's we're showing an image for the audio listeners of her face. And this is what I would like to scorn. Like, I want to kill all these kids that I fucking have on my lap. Which is crazy. So she immediately ran from the room without uttering a single word. So he scared the fuck out of her, and then she bolted out of there. Feeling terrified and uncomfortable, Anderson believed that Gunness intended to murder him, and he quickly jumped out of bed and threw his clothes on. Without saying goodbye, he fled the house and ran away. Getting on the first train, headed back to Missouri, and he never returned for his belongings and never spoke to Belle again.
I've heard a conflicting report that it was he waited until the morning, but did not go back to sleep, and then just
like sleeping with the covers, just
kind of sitting up, just being like, I guess I'm just gonna read for a little bit. Oh, good God, this isn't fun. I don't want to die in this horrible hog farm.
The suitors kept coming, but none except for the lucky Anderson ever left the Gunness farm. More and more came. In the meantime, she began ordering large trucks to be delivered, kept the shutters of her home closed day and night, and mainly kept to herself. Oh, this guy's got a fucking stupid name. Oil B. Bugsberg. His name it's Ole.
Yeah, I got the names pulled up. Hang on, let me find it.
Oil B. Bugsberg. It's a fucking horrible name.
Oh, why is it not on here?
An elderly widow from Wisconsin appeared next. He was seen last alive at LaPorte, the savings bank, on April 6, 1907, where he mortgaged his Wisconsin land there and signed over a deed and obtained several $1,000s in cash. Bugsberg's son had no idea their father had even gone to visit Gunness to Belle, and when they finally arrived, and they finally discovered his destination, they wrote to her, and she promptly responded saying that she never even saw their father.
He never showed up. I
oil.
don't know what you're talking about. It's like, but
saw...
he cashed his checks at the bank.
Is it oil or was it be
nothing
Ollie?
to do with me?
Is it Ollie? It's O-L-E.
Ollie.
Ollie.
Ollie B. Budsberg. Got to say it in the Norwegian accent.
Oh, I was saying Bugsberg. It's Budsberg.
But it's probably closer to Budsberg.
And then obviously next in December 1907, Andrew, I can't pronounce this.
Andrew Heiligen.
Heiligen. It's easier to say it when you say it with that.
Bachelor from Aberdeen, South Dakota, wrote to her and was warmly received. They exchanged many letters until a letter arrived that overwhelmed him. And that letter said, it said it follows. I'll read it in Belle's voice.
Okay.
To the dearest friend in the world, no woman in the world is happier than I am. I know that you are now to come to me and be my own. I can tell from your letters that you are the man I want. It does not take one long to tell when I go to like a person, and you I like better than anyone in the world. I know. Think how we will enjoy each other's company. Think of how you will put your fist deep inside of me. You, the sweetest man in the whole world, will be alone with each other. Can you conceive of anything nicer? I think of you constantly when the light nights are cold and my fingers are wet and warm. When I hear your name mentioned, I come. And this is when one of the dear children speaks of you, and I hear myself humming it with the words of an old love song. It is beautiful music to my ears. My heart beats in wild rapture for you, my Andrew. I love you. I'm prepared to stay forever in the fucking ground. And bring all your money, please, because I'm going to kill you. I mean, I'm going to kiss you.
I will play some music behind that just for fun.
I've added a few lines to that, but I think I just took artistic license and made it better.
In response to her letter, Andrew rushed to her side January 1908, and he had a check with him for $2,900 in his savings.
Oh, my sweet Belle, can we please bump the uglies now?
She was definitely ugly, probably by this time. She had drawn from supposedly a local bank. After a few days, Andrew arrived. He and Gunness appeared at the savings bank in LaPorte and deposited a check. And it seems like there was many guys that were at this bank, and then they were just, I don't know where they went. I don't know. They're gone. At the time, Belle started to have problems with her farmhand, Ray. Ray was deeply in love with Gunness and performed any chore for her. I want you to just to brush away the fucking the goddamn cobwebs from my vagina because I got the new soother.
I don't think that there were any cobwebs in her vagina because her and Ray were fucking on the regular. So
she was licked dry, and that's hard to do.
And Ray, that's the thing is that Ray is really like one of the most tragic figures of this story. I know a lot, I said, a lot of people think maybe he was an accomplice. I do not. I don't subscribe to that theory at all. You know why? Because he's a man, and men don't do anything wrong. I'm kidding.
Yes, that's very true.
No, so yeah, Ray was pissed because I think Ray seriously was like infatuated with this woman, and I think he had a thing for fucking older women. Because we'll get to it later in his trial and stuff, but
she was at her like I feel like she was looking really gnarly. It
is entirely possible.
Okay,
and then so she was looking pretty gnarly.
Yeah, she was looking pretty gnarly. I would assume by that time. It's not even back in the day. Like she was pretty and then progressively got worse.
Well, I mean, that happens to all of us. It's called aging. Not everybody ages like a fine wine. Generally, we age like milk.
I don't know. Necro has a line where it's just like, when men get older, they blossom, but women get old, they start rotting. Necro is very sexist. If you look up the artist Necro and just listen to some of his music because it's extremely. He has a whole fucking song called "The 10 Pimp Commandments." It tells you how to pimp out women. He's like, you can hit them whatever with a golf club, and make sure they don't draw blood. Like he's known as a brutal.
He just did a really shitty version of the 10 Correct Commandments by Biggie Smalls.
Yes. but a very good version. Check it out, the 10 Pimp Commandments. Oh, it's the 12 Pimp Commandments, I think. So, and there's like it's great. I love Necro, but it's you can't. It's sexist. It's super.
Organically came across a Vinny Paz lyric the other day, and I was like, well, I'm not using this because Tom likes him.
I love him. If I want to get Necro on the show, and he said I got to get more followers on TikTok. We've talked numerous times. Like, you got 25,000 followers on TikTok. Could you help me get my TikTok up? And they got banned. It's like, now he's back. Like, well, man, I can't fucking.
He's got to get more followers because clearly you're the superior one in this situation. You guys should rap together, and then everyone's career will be over.
I know. And Mr. Hyde's been on the podcast. I'm like, yeah, Mr. Hyde's been on. You can come on. So obviously he was jealous of the many men who kept arriving, right? And like, all these strangers. He's like, what the fuck are all these guys? He's like just pissed, like fucking digging up the hog pen, all the shit and piss from the. And it's like, God damn it. That's my pussy.
Pretty much.
However, when he was introduced to the Andrew, Belle's new husband to be, he made a scene, and Belle did fire him on February 3rd, 1908. He's like, what the fuck? He'd be like, hey, Andrew, I've been eating that fucking pussy for like a year straight, right? I've been banging the shit out of her.
How do you like my sloppy seconds, motherfucker?
Yeah, he's like leaving. He's just giving the finger.
Go ahead, fucker. I did it many times. You never make her come like I can make her come.
Belle's new, yeah, so it's just crazy. A few days later, Andrew was gone, and Belle appeared to be at the bank to make an additional fucking $1,200 deposit.
See, and again, that's why I feel like Ray had nothing to do with this. Because if he had something to do with it, he'd have been like, I'm just going to go lay low for a little bit because she's going to fucking kill this dude.
We'll get to it later, but supposedly she did say some shit to him. So shortly after, obviously, firing Ray, she presented herself at the LaPorte County Courthouse, declaring that her former employee was not right in the mind and was a menace to the public, almost to maybe lead up for a patsy. I don't know. Somehow she convinced local authorities to hold a Sandy hearing, and Ray was pronounced sane and released. What a fucking bitch. She's probably like, I still love you though. Okay, I just want you to know.
That's the thing, is that he was so fucking infatuated with her. He kept hanging around the fucking farm.
It's like, I just want you to know, I still love you.
I don't care that she got me in trouble. I still want that.
I feel like he was American.
I know. He's everyone's Norwegian in this story.
Gunness was back a few days later and complained to the sheriff that Ray had visited her farm and argued with her, and obviously posed a threat. And they had Ray arrested for trespass. He's like, I miss your sweet, sweet pussy, Belle. I miss it.
Which is crazy because think about it, Tom. If you or I had a fucking hog farm that we were dumping suitors in, would you go to the cops for anything?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but she's trying to pose the story so it doesn't get looked at her, because I believe that she was skeptical this entire time. She always had fingers pointing at her because of the deaths that surrounded her, the tragedies.
Small towns gossip a lot, yeah. And if you have that many bodies around you, I don't think anyone's going to be like, nah, you're totally on the up and up. It's fine.
Yeah, so obviously, despite the arrest, Ray returned again and again to see her. He's doing the whole scene with the radio over his head. Like, I love
anything. He's pulling a John Cusack.
Yeah. He confided to a neighboring farmer on one occasion, Andrew won't bother me no more. We fixed him for keeps. So who knows? He did know something, I have a feeling. But
did he know something, or did he just get drunk and fucking brag about it?
Yeah, but Andrew's brother, Azale, A-S-L-E, Azale.
Do you think that it's realistic that this dude, who is known to be a loudmouth at the bars, may have been, people being like, wow, dude, you got dumped by Belle Gunness? That's fucking low, you piece of shit, even for you. And he's like, no, she, you know what? I took care of him. I did, to try and save face.
Well, obviously with Andrew's brother, like, it was far from over. Like, he saw something, and they sent letters back and forth, and Andrew sent a letter back, or Andrew's brother sent a letter, Azale.
Oh yeah, how do you pronounce his fucking name?
A-S-L-E. That's literally Azale. Asel? That's how I pronounce it. Whatever. Fucking, everyone knows, if you're listening to this, I hate pronouncing shit. And so it's because they were saying letters back and forth, like Andrew's brother, Azale, and her.
Azale Higley.
Azale. Azale?
Yep. Yeah, his brother was like
Pissed.
something's up.
No, and he said he's like he said a letter back saying, I don't believe you.
Yep.
Like, I don't believe you.
Well,
I want to know where my brother is. And she was like, and he's like, I'm coming to see you, kind of shit. And she was like, oh, I'll help you find him. I'll help you.
So he asked, because she said that he had sent her a letter basically just saying he's leaving and going to do whatever. Yeah. And then the brother was like, send me that letter. And then she blamed it on Ray. She's like, no, Ray stole the letter, because she also told the sheriffs that Ray had stolen a fence post.
Why?
Because he was a heartbroken lover and he just wanted her attention. So he's like,
sees him like digging it up and then runs away. And he's like, fuck you.
It's mine. I put this fence post in. It's mine. Fuck you, Belle. I love you. Fucking bitch.
Every day she sees like another fence post. Guy's like, no, you don't have no fence. He's like, if you want a fence again, let me know and I'll put it in.
But they also talked about how Ray was apparently pissed at her over a wage dispute. So maybe he's just like, bitch, you don't pay me. I'm undoing the work I did. I'm going to uneat that pussy.
I just figure him like running away like a little bitch. Like,
no.
Gunness responded that obviously that, no, if he comes to look for his brother, that she would help. And she would actually pay for, and that Azale should pay for her efforts. Like, you can pay me to help you look.
I'll totally help you look for your dead brother. I mean, your runaway brother, but you got to pay me to do it because my time isn't free, you piece of shit.
Next, Belle presented herself to a lawyer in LaPorte named M.E. Laliertier, telling him that she feared for her life and her children, and Ray, she said, had threatened to kill her and burn down her house. Oh, funny. She wanted to make out, this case of, she supposedly made out a case and went through like his threats supposedly, but
no, she wanted to make a will. Yeah. So she was basically like, hey, if anything were to happen to me, because he threatened to burn down my house, and I want to make everything go to my children. But if my children also die, give all of my money to the Norwegian group home.
So in February 1908, Belle hired another man named Joe Maxon to help her on the farm. A couple months later, Maxon awoke in the early hours of April 28th, 1908, smelling smoke in his room on the second floor of the Gunness house.
So can we just take a moment to appreciate that this man has the easiest to pronounce name?
Joe Maxon.
Yeah. No, is the one name on the show that we're like, Joe Maxon. There's no contest in this. Yeah, we know.
Yeah, I'm not like, I can pronounce a lot of shit. I can read. Okay, everybody, I can read. Names are just fucking hard because, especially if they're like foreign names, like I don't know how they pronounce it in other places. You know what I mean? Like I just guess how my stupid, and I hated French. I didn't want to learn fucking French. My teacher was like, I'll pass you if you just shut the fuck up.
Oh, God, that's a good teacher. I'm like, okay, cool. Can I just come in stoned? Yeah.
I was stoned all the time. I used to make a ruckus, and he was like, I'll give you a fucking C or even a D if you just shut the fuck up. I was like, all right. He's like, I'll give you a 60 if you just shut the hell up.
65 is passing. Give me a 70, and I won't make a peep. Okay.
So supposedly, right? He smelled smoke. He opened the hall door to a sheet of flames and screamed Gunness's name, Belle! And those of her children, but got no response. He slammed the door and then, in his underwear, leaped from the second story fucking window, barely surviving the fire that was closing around him. Man's got balls, bro. He was like, I'm fucking out of here. I'm out of there. He raced down the town to get help. By the time they arrived, the house was already smoking in ruins. And it's crazy because back then, this is not like your average firefighters. These are motherfuckers on horse and carriage with like a...
No, it's a hook and ladder. So it's a cart and buggy. Yeah. And people had buckets that they would fill with water. There weren't fire hydrants. It wasn't a tanker full of water. It was hook and ladder. So you're literally a bunch of big-ass poles to try and pull the burning shit off and just dousing buckets at this one.
And they didn't have Bob McKenzie pissing on the fucking firehouse.
I gotta take a leak so bad I can taste it. Shout out to our Patreon.
Episode. Yeah. Motherfuckers, go pay for that. $3 a month. You can hear unreal reviews. There's a lot of stuff coming for the Patreon, everybody.
Sleepaway Camp, got Strange Brew.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming. You guys are missing out if you're not on the Patreon yet.
That's some sweet raw episodes where we're just dumb.
Yeah, when you can see me fall over drunk as shit for the St. Patty's Day special, that hasn't been aired. It's only on the Patreon. 4 bodies were found inside the house, and the headless corpse of a woman and 3 children. On the site was County Sheriff Albert Schmutzer. Smoocher,
Albert Schmutzer,
who heard about Ray's alleged threats and taking in the grisly scene, he immediately concluded that the fire was no accident, but rather arson and murder. And he sent 2 of his deputies to digging through the debris and find maybe the head of the corpse. But no, 2 other arrests were sent. 2 others to arrest.
Skipping ahead a little bit there, Chief.
Why? What do you?
You just said just the head of the corpse, so you didn't even mention the fact that the children's bodies were found.
I'm probably getting there.
Oh, well, you're mentioning the head.
No, I said they went to look for through the debris. To look, they're searching like, where's this head? Why is the head missing? So they go. The 2 other deputies went search. It's like sifting through all the rubble and was like looking like, where's this fucking mysterious head? Why would she be missing a head? It's fucking strange. So when a former handyman was brought in, he denied having anything to do with the fire, claiming that he was not even near the farm when the blaze occurred. However, a neighbor boy said he had seen Ray running down the road from Belle's house just before the structure engulfed into flames. But it was the other guy.
No, that's the thing is that, yeah, it was the other guy because Ray had an alibi. Ray was off fucking a 70-year-old black woman.
Was he really?
Yes, and that's the problem is that he had an airtight alibi for the shit that happened at the time. He's like, no, I was off getting my dick wet. Well, sandpapery and dry because she's 70, and I assume there was no.
That's crazy. He was fucking a 7-year-old black woman.
Yeah,
like, I was running from the Ku Klux Klan. Okay, I was running.
That's the problem is that you would think that him having an airtight alibi would be like, oh well, it's not him. But because of how fucking racist this country is, especially back then, they were like, I'm sorry, you were having sex with a black woman? Well, you're automatically going to jail because we don't like you anymore.
It's true. At first, investigators believe that the body is to be Belle Gunness and her 3 children. Myrtle, age 11, and then Lucy, age 9, which I'm guessing is these 2.
Yeah, so there were a few people found. There were a few corpses found, and that's what I was talking about, us jumping ahead, because we didn't even talk about the corpses. So we should get into those now.
Yes. So and Philip, age 5, supposedly were the 3 bodies.
Yes. And doctors had measured the remains and making allowances for the neck and head. They said that the corpse was of a woman who stood 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighed no more than 150 pounds. Unfortunately, Belle Gunness was about 6 feet tall and weighed closer to 300 pounds.
I'm so curious after watching the docs that I did and stuff like that. Who the fuck is the chick? Like, who's?
Well, here's the thing.
Who's the woman's body? Did she dig it up from a fucking gravesite or something?
Here's the picture.
So weird.
Of the head, and the head, the mouth looks kind of like Belle's. Ready?
She's like, I'm gonna find the best looking head, and that's probably what she went for. But why was the head? When did they find the head?
I don't know. I didn't know about this until today.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That looks like her fucking mouth.
That's fucking scary looking, man.
But so they never found the head from my understanding. So maybe that's something else entirely.
Yeah, it said that they never found the head.
But they did find her bridge work.
If they don't find the face, it doesn't fucking matter.
They found her bridge work, her dental records. And that they didn't find that until well after they started finding the bodies on the farm.
Did she break her teeth and then fucking put them in?
Basically, so the theory that I subscribe to is that she ripped, because the dentist was like, "Yep, that's my work." Where let me find? I have the. So Gunness dentist Dr. Ira P. Norton said that if the teeth and dental work of the headless corpse had been located, he could definitely ascertain if it was her.
Yeah.
A miner was hired to build a sluice, so he was known as Klondike. He is an old-timey miner prospector, and he said, I'm going to find some goddamn gold in this here farm shoe. And he eventually found bridge work, which consisted of 2 canine teeth. The roots were still attached, porcelain teeth, and gold crown work in between. And the dentist said she would have had to have ripped her own teeth out in order to pull the bridge out and fake her death. And basically, mind you, this is after they've already started digging up pits and finding body after body, including her adopted daughter and many other people, including Andrew, because he was found by and the other thing is that was weird about that is Lamphere was wearing his overcoat. So I think maybe Gunness might have given him that and been like, I can't pay you today, but I found this wonderful coat that I think you'd like. Andrew left it when he left, so you can have it. It's probably about the $300 worth. So I'm going to need you to go ahead and go down on me for another 3 hours to pay it off.
Yeah. And they, like, obviously this drew in all the people from the town. And I got to say, we're looking at the photos right now. What brickwork, man.
Not
beautiful
just
brickwork.
It is beautiful brickwork. Not just people from the town, but people from all over the state would just fucking show up and come check this out because it was it was the biggest piece of news, and it was like I said, coming off the tails of H.H. Holmes. So it's like everyone was just obsessed, and people would bring their kids. Like people were selling fucking cotton candy and pie and lemonade and all this other bullshit there. Like it was like a fair type thing in certain days.
Dope they used to dress though, man. It's so fucking cool. Everyone's like dressed up in suits and like little bowler hats and just like it looks so cool, man. I wouldn't want to live in that time era, but man, the way they dressed was pretty cool. It's like upstanding, like it's just like it's more elegant, you could say, I guess.
It's not though, because when you have even homeless people wearing these things, you can still distinguish because some of them are dirty and some of them are not.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hat that looks like fucking something Charlie Chaplin would wear. It's all
no, you're wearing a hat that looks like you've never had sex in your entire life, and you look like you live in your mother's basement. You look like a fucking incel, and I say that with love. Burn that hat.
That's my grandfather's hat. And he died in this, and then I took it from his grave.
It probably looked fantastic on your grandfather.
Yeah, my grandfather was a jazz singer. He had the fucking voice for it. And I wonder I'm a rapper, so.
That hat looks like it's way too fucking small for your head.
It is. I was like, when I put this on, I was like, how big was Poppy's head? Like, I was like, did he just, like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, you see my forehead? It fucking hurts.
Yeah, dude. I saw the pop when you pulled it off. Oh.
Doesn't. So it is weird because Andrew's brother, like, was convinced it was foul play. And when he went to the ruins of the Belle's home. Yeah, I wonder why. He went to the Belle's home. He watched as the man digged for her head and turned up 8 men's watches.
Yeah, so apparently that was her trophy.
Why would she take it?
She took the watches because that was her trophy. You know how all serial killers, most serial killers take trophies from their victims?
What? That's weird.
Yep.
A sword of bones, human teeth instead, and searched through the property. Actually supposed to be on his own. He probably waited till the cops left and was like, I'm gonna look for this my fucking self, and shouted to the men to start digging in the rubbish hole that was located near Belle's hog pen. So it was Andrew's brother, Isael or whatever, that actually told them, hey, you need to start looking elsewhere because he probably, as everyone was focused on the house, he probably went towards the hog pen and like kind of kicking around and like, I was starting to see some shit, and she's a strong woman, so she's, maybe she's only digging fucking 4 feet and like, she ain't digging too much.
I don't think she was digging shit.
Think fucking Ray was?
She probably had Lamphere dig stuff.
Hey Ray, can you dig these holes? What are they for? They're just for the dead hogs that we can't use for their meat. It just make them human sized, like maybe like 6 feet, 6 feet wide, 6 feet deep, just something like that. Like I'll be fine. It's like, all right. I love you. Fuck off, Ray. And then, so obviously it was pretty crazy. So, and as they began turning the earth, they found 4 bodies, all of them skillfully sliced apart and wrapped into oilcloth. One of the bodies belonged to Andrew. He's like, there's my fucking brother. I fucking knew it this entire time. And it's fucking crazy that she obviously was a skilled butcher. She did do some of her own butchery, and she would imagine her like just mutilating all these bodies.
That picture that we showed in the beginning that we thought was Belle is actually Jenny Olsen.
That's so sad. The fact that the children died during this is fucking sad. That she just murdered fucking children, and she murdered more back in the other fucking time.
Yep.
She's fucking piece of shit. So then Joe Maxon came forward with information that could not be ignored. He told the sheriff that Belle had ordered him to bring in loads of dirt by wheelbarrow to a large area surrounding by a high wired fence where the hogs were fed. Maxon said that they were deep depressions in the ground covered by dirt. These filled holes, Belle had told Maxon that contained rubbish. It's just garbage. And she wanted the ground to be made level, so he filled in the depressions. And at the same time, several farmers who had traveled past the farm at that night reported having seen Belle digging with the shovel in the hog pen. And the thing is, too, why would she not feed the bodies to the pigs? They go through bone like butter.
Because maybe, I mean, I'm sure she probably did feed some of the bodies to the pigs, but that's the whole thing of her being like 40, you know. But maybe she reserved the bodies for people that she had a certain contempt for or a certain reverence for, maybe.
Yeah. Sheriff Smutzer then took a dozen men back to the farm and began to dig. And on May 3rd, 1908, the diggers unearthed the body of Jenny Olsen, who also vanished in December 1906. And they found small bodies of 2 unidentified children. Pretty crazy. Yep. And as the days progressed, the gruesome work continued. One body after another body was discovered in Belle Gunness's hog pen. Those that could be identified. All right, let's get into it. Budsburg of Ohio, and Thomas had left. Lindboy had left Chicago and had hired as a man to work on the farm with Belle 3 years earlier. Henry Gerholt of Scandinavia, Wisconsin. Scandinavia? What? There's a Scandinavia, Wisconsin? That's fucking weird. Who had gone to wed her a year earlier, taking $1,500 with him. A watch corresponding to one of the belongings of another Andrew, was found at the body. You have Olaf from Chicago, John Moe of Elbow Lake, Minnesota. So crazy. And then you have another Olaf. Jesus, all these Olafs, man. Olafs and Andrews, man. Age 35. Another guy from Wisconsin, Benjamin Carling of Chicago, was last seen by his wife. So this guy is like cheating in 1907 after telling her that he was going to LaPorte to secure an investment with a wealthy widow. He's like, I actually secretly want to fuck her and I want her money.
Maybe not, though. Maybe that was just another scam that he fell for.
Could have been.
Maybe, I'm sure Belle wasn't always being like, come knock the dust off my pussy. I'm sure sometimes probably because like there was a dude that was supposedly an unknown man from Montana.
Yeah.
His body wasn't found, but he told people at the hotel that he was staying that he was going to sell her his buggy and some horses, and they found the horse and buggy at her farm.
Yes. And for the YouTube listeners, it is fucking hot. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's altering.
So he had with him supposedly $1,000 in borrowed money from several investors. So there's so many. So unidentified bodies and unsolved mysteries that would emerge from these ruins would make headlines across the Midwest. More reports of missing men began to pour from surrounding Midwestern states, and relatives began to appear from all over the region to claim bodies. Like, okay, my husband went missing, my brother went missing. It's just like, maybe they're here. And which would be crazy because I'm sure there was hundreds of people being like, my long lost son, I don't know where he went. It's like some old decrepit lady. All of them told of a lonesome brothers, uncles, cousins answering Belle supposedly her ads, and they're searching for their family members, and they took with them their life-saving stuff in their pockets. Some of these undoubtedly additional victims
bring the screen share back up,
though they were never proven. Okay,
and keep talking while you're doing it.
So some of the
here's some of the rings that they found. Here is some of the bodies. That's Andrew Heiglin's body right there.
That's crazy.
There's a closer shot. Some more victims' remains. Then you see the skull right here. There's
his feet.
More bodies.
His face. What the fuck?
More bodies. Another skull. So this is the head of a victim. This isn't Belle's head. And here's how you know it's not Belle's head. See all the teeth right here?
Oh, yeah.
So that couldn't be her head because
that looks like something Leatherface is wet.
Or Elgin's. It does. It looks very Leatherface-ish. Here's Belle's teeth.
Yo, she fucking knocked out her own teeth, man.
That's the bridge work, yeah. So there's the root, if you see right there.
She would have to rip them out, bro.
Yep, and that's why they said they're like, there's no way that she did that because she You know,
That's fucked. So obviously not proven, but maybe the additional victims was Christy Helivik of Dorv, Wisconsin, sold his farm and came to LaPorte in 1906. Charles,
Charles.
CH. My middle name's Charles. I could pronounce.
Yeah,
it.
see, there's Jenny Olsen. That picture that we thought was Belle earlier.
That's not Belle.
Nope, that's Jenny Olsen. There's Peter Gunness, Henry Gerholtz,
She looks
and
just
Andrew
like Belle.
Heigley.
That on fucking Google, it says that that's her.
Right, because it's just lumped into the same search category.
It says
because these are pictures associated with her.
I said Belle Gunness as a younger woman.
Well, then somebody fucking fucked up because it's wrong. And then here's a newspaper article from Post Dispatch.
Yeah, I already have that. Charles Chares. It's just Chaz. A 28-year-old Scandinavian immigrant who lived in Philadelphia told his friends he was going to visit Gunness and never came back. He took with him $500. John McJunkin. That's a great name. John H. McJunkin is literally.
They call me John McJunkin on account of my giant cock.
So Pittsburgh left his wife. A lot of guys that have left their wives to go inquire about this rich lady. In December 1906, after corresponding with the LaPorte woman, Olaf Jensen, that's a third Olaf. That is the third Olaf. Okay, what a popular name for Norwegians. Norwegian immigrant of Carl, Indiana, wrote his relatives in 1906 he would marry a wealthy widow in LaPorte. So it all connects. Bert Chase of Indiana sold his butcher shop, told his friends that he was leaving to, correspond with a wealthy widow, and he was going to go look her up. And his brother received a telegram supposedly from Aberdeen, South Dakota, claiming that Bert had been killed in a train wreck. And his brother investigated and found the telegram was fictitious. It wasn't even real. So fucking crazy. And there's so many. A hired man named George Bradley of Illinois is also supposed to be gone missing after meeting with a widow of 3 children.
But that's why we have the unconfirmed that it's possibly 40.
My God. Emily Tell, a Swedish guy from Kansas, allegedly have gone in 1907 to LaPorte. Lee Porter of Bartonton, Oklahoma, separated from his wife and told his brother he would marry a wealthy widow at LaPorte. There's so many guys, so many people. It's so fucking crazy. Johnny Hunter,
Don't even try and pronounce that fucking city in Pennsylvania. Don't even do it.
DeQuisines. After telling his daughter he was going to marry a wealthy widow in, I guess a widower is a man, in North Indiana.
George Williams of Wapawalopan. Wapawalopan. And Ludwig Stoll of Mount Yeager also left their homes to marry in the West.
Abraham Phillips, a railman of Burlington, West Virginia. Yo, there's so many people that she probably did murder.
Mm-hmm.
So crazy, man. It's such a fucking crazy case, and that she got away with it for as long as she did. And then on May 22nd, 1908, Ray was tried for the murder and arson, and he pleaded innocent to all charges. His defense hinging on supposedly, the body was never found of Belle. And the crazy thing is, obviously there's the evidence that built up. They never really found her head. And Ray was found guilty of arson, but was acquitted of murder. Mm-hmm. Was acquitted. On November 26, 1908, he was sentenced to 21 years in state prison in Michigan City, Indiana, and he died there of tuberculosis on December
less than a year later,
1909. Tuberculosis was crazy. Considering I'm watching right now, and it kind of ties in because it's the time era, right, and stuff like that. Is in the tuberculosis plays a role in the last season of Peaky Blinders.
So there's
so rampant.
There's one thing that I found as well, and this comes to us from Mysterious and Unsolved Stories.
Yeah.
And it's on January 14th, 1910, the Reverend E.A. Shell came forward with a confession that Lamphere was said to have made to him while the clergyman was comforting the dying man. In it, Lamphere revealed Gunness's crimes and swore that she was still alive.
Yeah.
Lamphere had stated to the Reverend Shell and to a fellow convict, Harry Myers, shortly before his death, that he had not murdered anyone, but that he had helped Gunness bury many of her victims. When a victim arrived, she made him comfortable, charming him and cooking a large meal. She then drugged his coffee. When the man was in a stupor, she split his head with a meat chopper.
So fucked.
Sometimes she would simply wait for the suitor to go to bed, then enter the bedroom by candlelight and chloroform her sleeping victim, much like that one guy who got away.
Yeah.
A powerful woman, Gunness would then carry the body to the basement, place it on a table, and dissect it. She then bundled the remains and buried these in the hog pen and the grounds about the house. Belle had become an expert at dissection thanks to instruction she had received from her second husband, the butcher Peter Gunness.
Yeah.
To save time, she sometimes poisoned her victims' coffee with strychnine. She also varied her disposal methods, sometimes dumping the corpse into the hog scalding vat and covering the remains with quicklime. Lamphere even stated that if Belle was overly tired after murdering one of her victims, so if she really had to go for the gusto with it and just, brutalize them, she merely chopped up the remains and in the middle of the night threw them to the hogs.
Yeah, and had them eat it because if you've seen the movies, I think it's Snatch, right? They go through bone like butter. That's what Bricktop's from Snatch. Or is that
I love that movie.
Bricktop's from Snatch, right?
Yes, Bricktop is from Snatch, not Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, but they're both Guy Ritchie films and they're both fantastic.
Two of my favorite films. I have lots of favorite films. Two of my favorites, and they will probably be covered. I think we should cover those two films on an Unreal review for the Patreon listeners.
We can do that.
Just do them both, and because they're both so good. Actually, maybe do them separately because I love those movies.
So yeah, they both deserve their own episode. Check out our Patreon for that. So the handyman also cleared up the mysterious question of the headless corpse. He said that Gunness had lured this woman from Chicago, trying to hire her as a housekeeper.
Okay, here we go.
She did it when she was figuring out all this stuff. Like I'm going to paraphrase this article now. She had drugged her, bashed her in the head, decapitated the body, took the head, threw it in a swamp, chloroformed the children, smothered them to death, dragged their small bodies along with the headless corpse to the basement. She dressed the corpse in her clothes, took out her false teeth, placing them beside the headless corpse to assure it being identified. She then torched the house and fled. Lamphere helped her, he admitted, but she had not left by the road where he waited for her after the fire had been set. She had betrayed her one-time partner in crime in the end by cutting across open fields and then disappearing into the woods. So basically, it's thought that Lamphere probably was like, hey, help me with this. I'm rich. You and me can get the fuck out of here. We can keep fucking. I ain't got no kids no more. It's not even a thing. It's gonna be fuck central, and you'll come with me. And then she just fucking dipped.
Well, because the investigators had previously checked her bank accounts, and though a small amount was remaining, one of her savings accounts, the money in all of her accounts had been completely withdrawn shortly before the fire, suggesting the evil woman had created an elaborate hoax and evaded the law. And it's crazy because over the next several decades, Belle Gunness was allegedly sighted in various cities across the nation. As late as 1931, Belle Gunness was reported alive, living in Mississippi town where she supposedly owned a great deal of property and lived her life as a prominent citizen. Another report does suggest that she has been living as a woman named Esther Carlson, who was arrested in Los Angeles, California for poisoning August Lindstorm, a Norwegian-American man, on February 9th, 1931 for his money. And two people who had known Belle Gunness claimed to recognize her from photographs, which is weird, but the identification was never proven, and Carlson died on May 6, 1931.
So it was after the fact, according to Hell's Princess by Schechter, it was disproven later because they basically, after she died, went through her entire life and were like, nope, she was here when Belle was here. So they're not the same person.
Well, and I don't believe she was, obviously in the belief that the headless corpse, in fact, was Belle Gunness. The remains were buried next to Belle's first husband, Mads Sorensen, at the Forest Home Cemetery in Forest Park. And it's crazy. So we'll get into our thoughts in a second. But on November 5th, 2007, with permission by descendants of Belle's sister, fucking crazy, the headless body was exhumed from the grave by a team of forensic anthropologists and graduate students from the University of Indianapolis. How do you fucking say that? Indianapolis, to learn for her true identity. It was initially hoped that it would seal maybe the idea that Belle, and was later found that the victim's DNA compared to that of the body. Unfortunately, the DNA is still a mystery, but so they say that Belle didn't know how to save money. Okay. She did not know how to save money.
What are you talking about? She didn't know how to save money. They said that her fortune is worth, at least for 2012, about $6.3 million.
What?
Yeah. Because she had $250,000 through her murder schemes over the years.
Yeah.
For those days, it says a huge fortune for those days, about $6.3 million in 200 and
Well, I heard that she blew through her money, that she didn't know how to save it.
I don't know. I'm willing to bet she didn't trust banks and she just didn't put it in there.
Maybe from the docs, that the one doc that I watched, they presume that they thought, maybe that she went through all of her money, right? And that she probably lived as a poor woman on the streets for the rest of her life.
There's also the thought that she was robbed and murdered on the road for carrying that much cash with her.
Do you think that's what happened?
A lot of people do.
Yeah, I heard that she could have just been a street urchin and just was on the streets.
I don't know that Belle would have ever fallen that far. I feel like she was manipulative enough that she would have found her way in somewhere.
Not when she's starting to look frumpy as fucking all hell's loose, man.
She's talking about. She always looked frumpy.
I guess you're right. But why did men want her so bad? Money? Oh, man, look at those frog lips. She had frog lips. Like she could garble a good old 8-inch dick. She could easily do it. It's like no gagging involved. Crazy. Yeah, crazy case. Oh my God, so fucking crazy. I did a lot of research into this episode actually, which sometimes I go in blind myself, or there is times where we record episodes where I've written out a fucking couple months to a year ago that I've had saving up, and it's just sitting in my crawl space of my archives of all the stuff that I've researched. And I'm like, you know what, let's just get into this. And then sometimes it's a surprise for even me. And I've said this before on the podcast with Billy, is that there's sometimes where I wrote out like 2 months ago and I'm like, all right, let's just fucking get into it. And I watch a doc about it, and then I'm just like, and then you're going through, you're like, holy shit. It is crazy how she got away with this for so long. And the fact that I mentioned this earlier is that the cops, the sheriff's department, all that stuff, they felt stupid. They felt like they already looked like a bunch of idiots and didn't know what the fuck they were doing. So they did claim, at least to the press and everything else, that it was Belle's body, because they didn't, at least in the town where they lived at, and then rumors spread because they didn't want to look incompetent, because they already did. Well,
yeah, they just wanted to look solved. They'll be like, nah, crime solved. We figured it out.
And how many times this fucking happened, and we'll see this later.
It still happens every fucking
That's what I'm saying. We will see this later and all the time on Strange Brew podcast episodes. We'll see going forward in the future of our true crime that we get into. You'll see this time and time again where cops are like, nah, we look stupid. We look incompetent. Let's stop.
And I'm sorry. I don't care if we lose followers for this, but fucking ACAB. Yes, all cops.
Yeah. What? All cops are bastards?
All cops are bastards.
Yeah. I personally, coming from an uncle that was lieutenant of Toronto, I've said this story before, and got arrested for harassing my aunt. He left a woman. He left a fucking chick. He left my aunt for her best friend, and then harassed her and got arrested for it. And I heard Ray, I shouldn't say his name, but Ray Meach, lieutenant of Toronto Police, now fucking arrested. I heard it on CT Talk 1010, which is a Toronto news station. And you know what? And he was an asshole to me, always hated me. And the things you see as cops does fuck with your head, and it made him an asshole.
I'm sorry, do you not know that?
Excuse.
Do you not know that you're going to see some fucked up shit when you sign up for the job?
Yeah,
if you're not stable enough to fucking handle it, that's on you.
Yeah, and if you're ever going to a school shooting, you might as well wait outside for an hour.
Dude, that's okay. So I don't even want to get fucking started on that shit. A couple things that happened with that. One, there was a ruling that basically said cops have no fucking obligation to go in when that shit happens, which is like, okay,
what do we pay you for? What do we give you a pension for?
What purpose do you serve? Yeah. And then the whole
the mom,
cops
that went in.
Yeah, they were actively threatening to arrest people, and they were detaining people for trying to go in to save their fucking kids.
And we will get into
useless. Hang up your badge and fucking shoot yourself.
The thing is, we will get into.
Don't shoot yourself. I don't advocate suicide for anybody.
Yes, we will. We will be getting into some shootings. What we have yet to cover is mass killings and sex dungeon style true crime, which eventually I do want to get into. Billy specifically wants to do that fucker from Austria, and Billy's interested in that case, the one where he married his own daughter.
Ugh, what case is that? No, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure if you mentioned, I'd probably know about it in my true crime fucking
Fritzl.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so Billy, but I want to start diving into stuff like that. We have a lot of talks to do some really fucked up cases. We are getting to that bridge where now we have to cross and go into some very crazy true crime, and we're gonna be covering a lot more Canadian serial killers because there is much more than people really think that there is. I'm really excited for it. I love diving into true crime. Every time we do it, my balls are wet. Like I'm like super excited. I enjoyed talking about true crime a lot, and we will be doing a lot of crazy, extensive cases. So we appreciate everyone that is joining. But there will be talks and episodes about mass killings. But for all the listeners, the Patreon is where you're gonna get really gritty opinion like style episodes. Me and Anton have yet to do a Stranger Danger episode, which is our rant episode series.
That's coming soon.
And that's coming very soon. And there will be times we're gonna talk about our opinions on stuff that we will normally not say to the mass public that listens to our podcast.
Well, obviously, if you're, a big enough fan to go behind the paywall, you'll get to the uncut shit.
Yeah, it's there. We're gonna get into some crazy shit soon. And I appreciate everyone that's listened. We love you guys, and that's the best way to support us. Honestly, it's Patreon's $3 a month. We have one tier for video episodes. Like we literally have one tier for everything. You have video episodes, you have Stranger Danger, you have strange streams, you have so many things that we're bringing to you guys for measly $3 a month. And we appreciate everyone that's already on there. And yeah, there's a lot of shit coming. There's a lot of stuff coming. This is now where we're getting. It's getting crazy on Strange Brew.
Mm-hmm.
So we appreciate everyone listening. If you're fucking rate and review us, as we always say, rate and review us. If you're on YouTubes and stuff like that, make sure to, leave comments, likes. Yeah. And Apple Podcasts and iTunes is the best place.
Don't forget to check out Reverend Kaiju's House of Trash, which is out now available on all podcast platforms. I figured out the Apple bullshit, so it's there. Please go leave a 5-star review.
What was up with the image?
I'll tell you off air.
Okay.
Please go leave a 5-star review. Give a listen. Hope you like it. If you got any ideas for topics, shoot them my way. Also looking for if you got a movie you're particularly passionate about or something weird, fucking hit me up. I'd love to have you on. Invader Daggett _TTV. Check it out. I got some sweet new filters. I'm a banana now, motherfucker.
I tuned into Anton last night playing, and I was like, "Why the fuck are you a banana?" And I was I was laughing at it pretty hard. I'm gonna steal that from you and probably do it once in a while on my streams. But because if you do,
I'm gonna challenge you because eventually I'm gonna start doing streams in drag. So.
Oh, great. That's going to be interesting.
It's going to be awesome.
so obviously, strangebrewttv too, if you want to tune into our Twitch, we have some followers on there. People do tune into our Twitch and stuff like that. You get raw cuts a lot of times and some stuff we have to take down instantly because of the shit we say. This one will be staying up. But the thing is, strangebrewttv, you can see me game horror games. Me and Anton always popping in.
Well, no, those are not for the public. The Strange Brew games that we play, those are strange streams, and those are Patreon exclusives.
Yes, they are Patreon exclusives. And if you are a Twitch follower, you get it for about a week and then it's gone. I'll probably edit that out, but whatever. It's fucking in it.
No more mushrooms for you on the podcast.
That's true. All right. We love everybody. Wait.
Everybody love everybody.
Everybody love everybody. Come on.
Come on. All right. Stay strange, fuckers.
Keep watching the skies.